Derrick Jaxn. This is Pinky and Mr. Derrick Jaxn.
Y'all, it looks like Derrick Jaxn just hit rock bottom, and this time, there's no comeback video that can fix it. After months of showing off his new relationship, Derrick just found out that his new girlfriend is pregnant. But instead of celebrating, he's crying real tears of regret because the baby isn't even his. After years of being the one doing the cheating, lying, and manipulating, the tables have finally turned, and Derrick is getting a taste of his own medicine. And the wildest part, the person standing by him through all of this is none other than his ex, Naia Jaxn, the same woman he humiliated in front of the entire world before walking out on her for this very girlfriend. But this isn't just another messy love triangle. The way it's unfolding has fans questioning everything. Does Naia finally hold all the power now? Or is giving Derrick another chance, the one move that could completely break her? Things got real when Derrick's new girlfriend, Pinky Love, the one he's been flaunting since his divorce, announced she was pregnant. At first, Derrick was overjoyed, thinking it was his big moment of redemption. But then came the bombshell. The baby isn't his. Turns out, Pinky was seeing another man the entire time. And when Derrick found out, he didn't hide like he usually does when scandal hits. Instead, he went live, face red, eyes swollen, voice trembling, crying in front of thousands of people watching. It was the same man who once mocked others for showing emotion, now breaking down publicly over betrayal. And the internet wasted no time clowning him. The comments section was flooded with jokes, memes, and clown emojis calling it karma in 4K. Because for years, Derrick built his brand off preaching loyalty while secretly doing the opposite. He was once the self-proclaimed relationship guru who used his marriage as proof of his moral high ground, until the truth came out and his empire collapsed. And now, the so-called guru has become the lesson. Pinky Love first entered the picture when Tasha K exposed Derrick for cheating on Naia with her. And y'all know, when Tasha K gets involved, the receipts are coming. She even dropped a video showing Pinky in bed with another man, teasing the camera like she had something to prove. The man's face wasn't visible, but it didn't take long for fans to piece things together. And as always, Tasha K might crack a joke, but she rarely misses when it comes to the truth. Now, fans are wondering what happens next. Will Naia take Derrick back yet again? Or is this the final chapter in his never-ending downfall? Whatever the case. One thing's for sure, karma didn't just come knocking for Derrick Jaxn. It walked right in, unpacked its bags, and hit go live.
I cannot believe.
She said, "I just exposed the dirty foot Derrick Jaxn left his wife for. I don't even think he knows." And that one line was all it took. The clip went viral instantly, and the comment section exploded. Thousands of people flooded in, dragging Derrick for filth. Fans couldn't believe the cruelty. How could a man treat his wife and the mother of his children so heartlessly? The internet knew it was only a matter of time before karma came knocking. Comments poured in, saying things like, "Say what? This is wrong on every level, and karma will handle this one." Others warned, "Ladies, married or not, never overstay your welcome. She'll have the last laugh." And looking back now, those words feel less like roasts and more like prophecy. Because now that Pinky Love has cheated on Derrick and gotten pregnant by another man, every single comment reads like pure foreshadowing. But what made the situation even worse was how fast Naia's name got pulled right back into the mix. Because if you remember, back in 2021, Derrick and Naia's entire marriage was rocked by a massive cheating scandal. A social media influencer named Candice de Medeiros came forward with receipts, and not just vague claims, but real proof. She revealed she had been one of Derrick's mistresses for months, and that he had showered her with money, gifts, and attention to keep her quiet. According to her, they had been texting all summer in 2020. And Derrick even flew her out to Miami for his birthday getaway. But the real shocker, she claimed she had been intimate with Derrick multiple times, even inside the same Atlanta home he shared with his wife and kids. The wildest part is that Candice said she wouldn't have even gone for him if he hadn't lied about his marriage. She believed he was separated because that's exactly what he told her. But soon, the red flag started waving. Derrick only texted her through Snapchat, where messages disappeared after 24 hours. That's when it hit her. He wasn't separated. He was still married and just keeping her as his secret side piece. At first, Derrick did what he always does, denied everything. But after the pressure built up and the evidence piled too high to ignore, he finally admitted the truth. He confessed that he had cheated on his wife with multiple women, admitting that his actions didn't align with the vows he took or the biblical values he preached to millions online. And here's the part that stunned everyone. Through it all, Naia stood right beside him. She sat next to him during that now infamous apology video, holding his hand as he apologized to the world, and she said she forgave him. At that moment, fans were torn. Some saw a woman of faith standing by her man, while others saw a woman who deserved so much better.
Some of it is completely false. But the truth is, and I'm saying it here now, is that Derrick Jaxn was involved with other women outside the marriage. And by involved, I want to be clear, I'm not talking about just casually kicking it, maybe a lunch or something like that. I'm talking about as serious as sex, to flirtation and meeting up and that kind of thing. And some things that otherwise may be considered okay by some in terms of like just chatting or checking on people or being checked on by people that I've had a previous encounter with. But without my wife's knowledge of it and with us having a history, all of it falls under the umbrella of inappropriate, cheating, affair, stepping out. Definitely not in alignment with the vows that I took.
Y'all, the moment this video hit, it exploded.
Y'all, the moment that video dropped, the internet went wild, but not in the way anyone expected. Instead of clowning Derrick, people turned their focus on Naia. Viewers couldn't believe she was standing beside him, supporting the same man who had humiliated her so publicly. Twitter lit up with disbelief, and the YouTube comment section was an absolute war zone. Even TikTok joined in, with parody videos mocking the apology clip, especially that infamous bonnet she wore. What was meant to be a show of unity ended up making her the center of ridicule. Fast forward to December 2022, and things took yet another turn. Derrick announced that he had officially filed for divorce, a move that surprised absolutely no one. He posted a long message on Instagram, saying, "Earlier this year, after much prayer, counseling, and deep consideration, we decided to go our separate ways and filed for divorce. Making the decision to file was one of the hardest decisions of my life. But I found peace knowing that our mission of raising healthy children, starting with healthy and whole parents, is still being accomplished." But what made that announcement even messier was the timing. Just a month earlier, Naia had gone on a fiery Twitter rant defending her marriage. She clapped back at critics, cussed people out, and even called down curses on anyone who spoke against her in Derrick's relationship. Fans were stunned, and the backlash was intense. Because only weeks later, Derrick was out here posting his calm, polished divorce statement like nothing had happened. The contrast couldn't have been bigger. Naia fighting tooth and nail to protect a marriage that had already fallen apart, and Derrick trying to rebrand himself as a man of peace and growth. In that moment, the public started to see the full picture. A woman who had been loyal to the very end, and a man who seemed to move on the second the cameras stopped rolling.
Every person speaking against the names Naia Jaxn and Derrick Jaxn in mockery, accusations, slanders, and lies, may the mercies of God be withdrawn from you. May your husbands and wives become widows. Let your children become fatherless. Let your seed become vagabonds on the earth. Let the words of your mouth and your words of your hands be returned back to you. Let it go down your throat and choke you slowly.
Just like before, Naia became the internet's punching bag. She was mocked for defending the same man who had lied to her, cheated on her, and publicly embarrassed her time and time again. And as if that wasn't cruel enough, Derrick filed for divorce just days after being spotted with another mystery woman. It was almost like he found satisfaction in her pain. Another round of humiliation served in front of millions, but this time, something in Naia changed. She had finally reached her breaking point. Instead of lashing out or staying silent, she decided to take back her voice and tell her truth. That's when the world got to see just how dark things really were behind the picture-perfect image Derrick painted online. During an emotional sit-down on the Dear Future Wifey podcast, Naia opened up like never before. She spoke about her marriage, the divorce, and the deep trauma she had carried long before Derrick ever came into the picture. She began by revealing that she first met Derrick on the campus of Tuskegee University, just 3 weeks after she had endured a devastating personal violation at the hands of someone she trusted. It was a wound she never truly had time to heal from, and instead of focusing on recovery, she threw herself straight into a relationship with Derrick. From there, everything moved fast, too fast. And looking back, Naia admitted that she was still broken when she met him, which made her more vulnerable to manipulation, control, and emotional abuse disguised as love. For years, while Derrick was building his brand as the internet's favorite relationship guru, Naia was quietly living through the opposite emotional turmoil, isolation, and pain that she hid behind forced smiles and rehearsed forgiveness.
Her husband, at what age, and how'd y'all meet?
At 19, we met in business calc class at Tuskegee University.
Hold on. So you met him shortly after your experience?
I did 3 weeks.
3 weeks?
3 weeks after I met him in class, yes. Right, and so then we add on another layer, right? I went straight into a relationship. Even though it wasn't like immediately we started dating, but I met him and there was interest there. I went straight into that without even acknowledging, dealing with I pretended like it never even happened and got myself into a relationship.
And then the interview took a chilling turn. What started as heartbreaking slowly shifted into something far darker. Naia began describing the moment she realized Derrick was cheating, not from gossip or rumors, but from something much deeper. She said she could feel the change in him, the way he touched her, the way he spoke, even the way he avoided eye contact. Everything felt different. It was like she was living with a stranger who still had her husband's face. Trusting her intuition, Naia finally decided to look through his phone. And that's when her worst fears were confirmed. The messages, the photos, the evidence, everything she had been praying wasn't true was suddenly staring her in the face. In that moment, the perfect husband the world saw online vanished. And the truth about who Derrick really was came crashing down around her.
I would always get like a feeling, or he would touch me different, right? So after most victims are very sensitive to touch. And so any sign of him touching me, any type of any different, I'm like, there has to be somebody else. There has to be,
You're
right?
talking about with a change of a touch.
With a change of a touch. There has to be, right? And so I would go snooping around because I'm a snooper.
According to Naia, things got so dark that she ended up knowing Derrick's mistress's bodies better than her own. She said she became completely consumed scrolling through their social media, zooming in on their photos, memorizing every detail, trying to understand what they had that she didn't. It turned into an obsession. She tracked when they met up with her husband, even watched videos that shattered her to the core. And in a heartbreaking attempt to win him back, she tried to copy those women, their style, their moves, their energy, hoping it would somehow make him love her again. But of course, it never did. The pain only got deeper. Naia said it reached a point where she became so familiar with these women that they could have walked right past each other going in and out of her own bedroom, the same one she once shared with her husband. As she told the story, her voice cracked, her expression hollow. You could see it. This was a woman finally realizing that no matter how hard she tried, she was never going to be enough for a man who didn't value her. And the way she summed it up, 2 words: soul-crushing.
There was a lineup of us. We was passing each other on the stairway, in and out.
No, y'all wasn't. No, y'all was not passing
You think this is a game.
You were not passing each other on the stairway. No, y'all was.
We were passing each other on the stairway. Like, this is my shift from this time to this time.
And if you thought Derrick's shady behavior started after marriage, think again. Because Naia revealed that the cheating actually began way back in their college days. She said the signs were there from the very start. But she was so emotionally tied to him that even when she found out, she couldn't walk away. Every time he caught her crying, she'd make up an excuse, pretending it was something else just to avoid another argument. It was like she was trapped in her own heartbreak, trying to protect a man who was destroying her from the inside out. But here's the twist. While Derrick thought he was in control, Naia was quietly plotting her own comeback. After years of pain and humiliation, she decided to turn her story into strength. She launched a coaching program, teaching women how to transform heartbreak into healing. And yes, she charged up to $5,000 per session. Her infidelity recovery bootcamp became her way of reclaiming power, helping others profit from pain just like she did. But even with her success, fans couldn't help noticing that something still felt off. Her posts turned deeply spiritual, almost desperate, filled with intense prayers, warnings about enemies, and emotional declarations. With every new video, she seemed more distant, more unstable, like someone still fighting demons the world couldn't see.
Welcome to Biblical Self-Defense. This is your Rear Admiral Naia Jaxn of Yahweh's Special Warfare Command. We have received communication from our Commander-in-Chief, the God of Angel Armies, that contains classified intelligence and strategic instructions for the body of Christ. At 0300 hours, intelligence came in from Yahweh's.
Other king, the power so appealing, huh? The only one that's been there all this time to really.
Eventually, Naia reached a breaking point. She checked herself into a facility to be evaluated, a clear sign that the years of pain had finally taken their toll. She never revealed what the doctors told her, but honestly, she didn't have to. Her silence spoke volumes. Fans could see that she was struggling long before this. And hearing she sought help only confirmed what many had feared, that Derrick's betrayal didn't just break her heart. It broke her spirit, and that's why so many people were stunned when news broke that she'd taken him back. After everything he put her through, after all the public humiliation, she still opened the door for him again. It's like watching history try to repeat itself in real time. Only this time, the stakes are higher. Because now, it's not just about love or pride. It's about her stability, her peace, her entire future. Friends and family are worried. They've seen this cycle before. Derrick swoops in when she's at her weakest, makes promises, and leaves her shattered all over again. The sad truth is, Naia met him when she was broken, and instead of helping her heal, he made the wounds deeper. And now that his own life is in shambles, he's back, right where he knows she'll still care. What makes it even sadder is how quiet Derrick's been this time. No statements, no slick apology videos, no growth talk, just silence. But beside him, once again, stands Naia, the same woman who once defended him while the whole world mocked her. And that's what has everyone holding their breath. Because if history repeats itself again, she's the one who'll pay the price, not him. And this time, no one's sure she'll make it out the same.